Hi, Jeff Gayduk from Leisure Group Travel, and I am at the 27th Annual Heritage Peer Group Conference. The event this year is in Dubuque, Iowa. I'm with George Aker, who's the president of Heritage Clubs. George, how you doing?
Just fine, Jeff. Glad to have you here.
Good to be here again. We sat down last year in Oklahoma City and had a good chat. It had been a number of years since I'd been out to Heritage Peer Group and was welcomed back with open arms, so thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. We enjoy it.
The Dubuque city has undergone quite a transformation. Great location here for this conference. A little bit non-conventional. Dubuque isn't a large city, but for the location of many of the Heritage Peer members, it is a good location. Talk a little bit about the influence of bringing the event here.
We feel it's important for our Midwestern clubs to have good destination cities. This city has a lot to offer, and our people were able to explore it during this gathering. I think it will be a very popular destination, so it's a good win-win both ways.
In these days when everybody's tight on budget, travel expenses being hard to swallow for many corporations, if you can drive to an event or carpool, that helps as well.
Surely, it definitely does, and it's reflected in attendance. We feel good about that.
Yeah, and I know attendance this year is up over last year, both from suppliers as well as banks.
Yes, that's correct. We've just finished a good trade show this morning, and people felt that the contact was good.
Very, very lively, and I like the format. In fact, one of the suppliers mentioned during the show that it's great because they get in, people are interested, they engage you in conversation, and then 3 hours later it's over. So there's no, multiple 3 days back and forth, back and forth. This is the business end with the trade show, and then the rest of it is made up of networking and such.
Yes, certainly that's true. Our emphasis is on the bank club directors, so we try to provide good educational opportunity for them, but we invite the suppliers to always be a part of what we're doing.
And that seems to be a growing part of the organization as well.
Yes, definitely.
George, obviously the bank loyalty programs weren't immune to the downturn in the economy, and like many conventional tour business operators, we saw banks that had to cancel, consolidate programs. As the economy returns, what are you seeing from your member banks?
We're seeing that our banks are good banks. By and large, they make loans in their home community, and they are comfortable knowing the borrowers. The result is that the rapport between the good retail customers through the bank clubs and the bank build core deposits, and they use bank services. So it really is a good marketing alternative, and we have had amazingly little difficulty in banks that have bank clubs with us.
And the status of their travel programs, kind of looking at 2011, 2012, even for some of the bigger programs, any anecdotal information and talking with your members about, how they're seeing a recovery in numbers?
Most are able to continue their programs well. There has been some cutback in the number of longer trips, so that people are concentrating maybe on one or two week, 10-day trips and doing more in the local marketplace. That's why we've come back to Iowa for this meeting and feel that it's important for our people to be thinking about the areas that are closed.
There's been a comment I've heard in years past is as go the community banks, as go bank travel clubs. What's the future for the community banking market in America?
We think it's very good. The large national too big to fail banks take a little different approach at bank presence and bank solvency. But we feel that our banks know their customers, they are quality banks, and therefore they serve a strong purpose, and loyalty is very much a part of that relationship.
I tend to agree with that, and I'm looking forward to many future years at the conference and a strong rebound in the bank loyalty club programs.
Good, that's great. We're delighted to share the opportunity.
More information on Heritage Clubs. Website is?
heritageclubs.com.
Gotcha. Okay, good. And 2012 conference is located where?
We're going to be in Rogers, Arkansas, in the mountains. I've never been there, so it's going to be a fun opportunity for me as well. But those who checked it out say it's great.
Sandwiched between Walmart headquarters and Branson, I think, right?
I think that's right. Our advisory board chair is Ruth Rogers of Ashflat, Arkansas. So we're anxious to get down and study her area and know more about that state.
Well, it should be a great 28th annual conference. And as always, George, I appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Jeff. My pleasure.